U.S. woman, allergic to almost all foods, finds relief after moving to Europe. My body was shutting down. A woman in the U.S. faced a strange challenge when many common foods started making her very sick. B developed serious allergies after consuming foods like cheese, bread, coffee, some vegetables, and berries. These food items caused allergic reactions, including swelling, rashes, and stomach pain. Due to this, she was only able to eat broccoli, coconut, and some chicken. She then chose to leave the US and move to a new country in Europe for a fresh start. One day, by chance, B ate a broccoli dish cooked with tomato sauce, an ingredient that usually causes her strong reactions, but surprisingly, it did not trigger any allergic symptoms. Living in constant fear. Speaking with Newsweek, the woman said, "I didn't want to leave behind my entire life in the US, but I didn't feel like I had a choice. I break out in hives, or a red rash or flushing that covers my chest and face. The rash is also hot and itchy. I have difficulty breathing, stabbing pain in my abdomen, migraines, tinnitus, joint pain, brain fog, congestion, and hear my heartbeat in my head." Because of her multiple allergic reactions, B always kept an EpiPen, an inhaler, Benadryl, and even some baking soda, just in case something triggered her symptoms. According to her, "I felt like my body was slowly shutting down from lack of nutrition because my diet was so limited." Doctors uncover hidden symptoms. After moving to an undisclosed country in Europe, she slowly began trying foods she hadn't eaten in years, and she didn't face a single allergic reaction. With the help of a doctor, she tested her limits and discovered that she had high levels of certain mold toxins in her body, including ochratoxin A, aflatoxins, trichothecenes, glyotoxin, and zearalenone. These harmful substances are made by molds that can grow on some farm products. Doctors also found that she had a gene that makes it harder for her body to remove these mold toxins. B finally learned that it wasn't the food causing her symptoms, it was mold. Fresh start, new discoveries. B said, "I started with gluten, dairy, then moved on to fruits and vegetables. I was always safe about it, never doing it alone, knowing where the closest hospital was, and having my meds on hand. After dozens of trials, I just kept getting the same results. I almost didn't believe it at first and was pretty shocked. I knew that there was just something different about American food that I couldn't explain. Over time, my body couldn't handle it because of my genetic factors. My doctor also thinks that preservatives and additives could have also been contributing to the histamine reactions because my body had such high levels of mold, so it was more sensitive." Swipe left for next video. In Europe, B can now enjoy all kinds of foods without getting sick, especially bread and dairy, which she missed dearly. Yet each time she returns to the US, her symptoms flare up again. She finds it discouraging that someone should have to leave their home country just to eat safely. Through her research, B learned that food in the US often contains higher levels of mold toxins and has less stringent regulations, which may be contributing to her reactions. It was a huge relief when she eventually discovered that her symptoms were caused by mast cell activation syndrome (MCAS). She also recognizes that not everyone has the option to relocate abroad for their health. Many people live with serious food allergies and don't have the freedom to make such a major life change, even if it might improve their quality of life. Latest blogs.